Once upon a time, in a bright, sunny meadow, three little pigs were saying goodbye to their mother. It was time for them to go out into the world and build homes of their very own. Their mother hugged them tight and offered one last piece of advice. In a warm, serious voice, she said, "My dear children, work hard, build strong houses, and whatever you do, beware of the big, bad wolf." The first little pig, ever the optimist, puffed out his chest. "Don't worry, Mother, I'll be fine." The second, just as confident, chimed in, "Me too." But the third pig, the most thoughtful of the three, nodded slowly. "I'll remember your advice." And with that, they went their separate ways, off on a grand adventure. The first little pig found a field full of golden straw and thought it was the best thing he had ever seen. He danced and hummed as he gathered it up. "Straw is light, straw is quick. My house will be done in a tick," he sang, laughing as he quickly piled it into a cozy-looking but very flimsy little hut. Wiping a bead of sweat from his brow, he stood back, proud of his work. But was it strong enough? Just then, a large shadow fell over his little straw home. A deep, sneaky voice rumbled through the air. Little pig, let me come in." The pig's eyes went wide. He trembled as he squeaked back, "Not by the hair on my chinny chin chin." The wolf licked his lips, a low growl in his throat. "Then I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house in." And with one mighty breath, whoosh, 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 straw flew everywhere like a golden explosion. The little pig squealed and ran as fast as his little legs could carry him, heading straight for his brother's house. The second little pig was busy hammering sticks together, whistling a cheerful tune. "Sticks are stronger, still so quick. I'll build my house sturdy and slick." His house looked a bit better than the first, but it was still wobbly. Suddenly, his brother burst in, panting and terrified. "Brother, the wolf, he blew my house down." The second pig patted his chest proudly. "Don't worry, my house of sticks will stand." But he spoke too soon. The wolf had followed them. Little pigs, let me come in," he snarled. Together they shouted back, "Not by the hair on our chinny chin chin." The wolf's eyes narrowed. "Then I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house in." And with an even deeper breath this time, crack! The sticks scattered like toothpicks in a storm. The two pigs squealed in terror and ran for their lives, hoping their third brother had listened to their mother's warning. The third little pig was not dancing or whistling. He was working. Carefully, he placed one heavy brick on top of another. Sweating but determined, he muttered to himself, "Hard work today brings safety tomorrow." Just then, his two brothers tumbled in, their faces pale with fear. "Brother, the wolf is after us!" cried the first. "He blew down both our houses!" gasped the second. The third pig calmly ushered them inside. "Don't worry, come in. My house is strong." Moments later, the big bad wolf arrived, snarling and furious. He saw the solid brick house and sneered. Little pigs, let me come in." All three pigs, safe inside, shouted with all their might, "Not by the hair on our chinny chin chins." The wolf took a deep, deep breath. "Then I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house in." He huffed, he puffed, he blew until his face was red, but the brick house didn't move an inch. Not a single brick wobbled. The wolf growled, completely stumped, but he wasn't ready to give up. He paced back and forth, thinking, "If I can't blow it down, maybe I can sneak in." His eyes darted up to the roof and spotted the chimney. Perfect. Inside, the third pig heard the scuttling on the roof. He whispered to his brothers, "Quick, light the fire and put a big pot of water on." As the wolf squeezed himself down the dark, narrow chimney, the pigs worked fast. The wolf slid down, his tail starting to smoke. "Ooh!" he howled, falling right into the pot with the giant splash. He yelped, leaped out of the pot faster than a rocket, shot back up the chimney, and ran howling into the woods, never to be seen again. Safe at last, the three little pigs danced around their warm, sturdy home. The first pig smiled. "I learned my lesson. Quick work is not always safe work." "Yes," said the second, "a strong house is worth all the effort." The third pig looked at his brothers, his chest swelling with pride. "See, hard work and patience always pay off." And so the three little pigs lived happily and safely ever after.